All right, welcome into Hype Moments in Aura, the stage. So, Metal Harbor was one that I chose for us to do because I don't really see it ported like that much to other Sonic games. I believe there's a mod for Sonic Generations that does it, but outside of that, I don't really think that there are very many oh man, I love that. Outside of that, I don't think there are very many projects that have Metal Harbor as a part of like their stage ports or mods or anything. And what I'm kind of showcasing with Tails here, now normally I could be flying through all this stuff, is additionally kind of like how I talked about before, getting a little stuck there, kind of like how I talked about before that like we wanted to retain the muscle memory of these stages. If you have like them for playing, you know, Adventure 1, Adventure 2, I guess PO6 in terms of Sigil Archipelago. Showcasing that might be one of my favorite planes. I don't know. I really enjoyed making that one. Shout out to Beats for making the exhaust for the Blue Eagles there. It was very cool. Here to talk about the level a little bit because we got some time for me to go into a tangent. Is we don't have the countdown here just because the stage is expanded, so there are multiple ways to get to this rocket. And also, you do have to get to the top handle, which isn't much of a problem when you're not timed. But it's still awesome, and one of my favorite parts, and part of the reason I wanted to port Metal Harbor, is the extreme gear. Could we have reskinned the board? Probably, but I kind of wanted to showcase the extreme gear being used in actual gameplay for something. So there we have the extreme gear over a snowboard for the end. Now, moving on over to Sonic, we're going to be seeing the beginning of the expansion of Metal Harbor. Maybe you caught it the first time, but in that jump panel there, you can turn around and hey, there's another jump panel there, and oh my goodness, we are on the background elements. Metal Harbor has a shit ton of background elements, a lot of which you don't see in SA2, especially the Dreamcast version because the draw distance is so low. But this level was very, very challenging to expand. It's probably the one I'm most proud of because I kind of went with the philosophy for every level, really, is if you can get there, there is something for you to see. Also showcasing the double homing attack there that is tutorialized in the game's tutorial that we made. But simply, if you do a jump dash, you're not in range of anything, do a bounce attack, it then refreshes your ability to do a jump dash or a homing attack to get just a little bit of extra distance. But I'm showcasing, you know, several of the alternate paths that you can take here, so if you're really familiar with Metal Harbor, it's definitely worth going around, seeing where you can go, what you can find, even if not in this video, because there's just so much stuff everywhere. A funny thing, too, is when I made a short a little bit ago, obviously, we've kept this project under wraps as much as possible, except for the one time I accidentally leaked it on stream. Oopsie daisy. But I made a short talking about how the scaffolding here in this stage is awful to go up manually. And some people were confused, like, oh, in SA2, it's not really that bad. This is why. It was really tough to sort of integrate the scaffoldings into the level design because they were just miserable to go up and down. So a decent chunk of them like do have dash panels, and while it's not like my preferred solution, I think it's the one that does it the best to keep it as a part of the level design but not make it cumbersome in order to traverse, because especially when you're making levels versus just playing the levels, you see that some automation can be good. Not all the time, but some of the time it can definitely be beneficial. Grabbing the electric shield on that chair there, that's there for no particular reason. And we're just going to take these dash panels right on back and hit that spring. Maybe take a peek, see at who's hanging out at the gull ring over here. I actually made the animation for Big. This is the Sonic Racing Crossworlds model, which if you come to the stream when this project releases, keep watching. I will like kind of talk about like what I did there and All that's from the models resource. I don't have the name with me on... Actually, I do. What the hell am I talking about? I have the name right here since I'm talking about it. The big was... Oh, I'm going to butcher this. I'm so sorry. Was ported by Centrixie the Dodo. Hope I said that right. Anyway, here with Knuckles and Metal Harbor, I'm showcasing a left side path. It's kind of hard to say, like, there are, like, probably 3 mostly unique routes throughout the stage, but there's also tons of mini routes that kind of intertwine in between each other, sort of taking that classic Sonic design and flipping it into 3 dimensions, where you kind of have, like, several main pathways, but there are a bunch of, like, intertwining elements into each other here, landing on yet another aircraft carrier with some extra planes. I think the planes add a lot. They were a later addition, because some earlier versions that the playtesters tested did not have the plane elements, but it was always something that was planned to be added. As we see one more plane fly over, that one's unique to this pathway. As we just go with Knuckles all the way over to the rocket. And this is kind of what I was talking about, is that these stages that are designed specifically for Sonic, it makes it a little bit difficult to sort of also, without adding a bunch of new geometry, because Metal Harbor did not need much new geometry. It already had plenty to accommodate for their abilities, but it's also fun to see them as sort of an easy mode as well. But yeah, kind of the big magnum opus of the project here as we fly into the goal ring one more time. And I think that's all we have to show for Project Hero Rewired. Okay, maybe I fibbed a little bit. I'll see you guys next time.